better start scratching. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Ooh. Happy Thursday. Yes, it is. Happy Thursday. Thankful Thursday. Testimony of Thursday. Yes, 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 it is. Yeah, yeah, yes, it is. I hope everybody has a blessed and prosperous day. I had a good day today, y'all. I had a good day. So did. It started out. What is this? Give go. I don't know that about no. I don't give go because I ain't pushing that up there. But I had a good day, y'all. Look. Let me tell y'all. I started off. I had woke up. I had got a text message from my baby girl. Look, and she sent me a little thing, and it was like, part of maturing is growing up, realizing that your mom was just a girl growing up in the world for the first time, just like you. I said, oh, look at her growing up. That's your sweet mama. That was so sweet. So that touched my heart. That touched my heart. So that made me smile. That made me smile. And so I feel real good about that. Yes, and I was on cloud 11 or something like that. I don't know which number it was where I was up there. And then I had got a little disturbed, but then I was okay. But then because I had went on Facebook, y'all know how social media is or whatever, and I seen my sister picture on there, and it was the girl Coco Butter. That's her Facebook name or whatever. But the girl had got shot in the face and stuff, and it went viral and all that actually because she had went to jail. And y'all know how they pull up the mug shots and stuff, and so her mug shot was public records or whatever. So they started sharing the mug shot, yada, and stuff like that or whatever. So it had went viral because they was really being funny and mean and stuff because um wait a minute. Cause I had talked about her before the Butterfly Nation had got hacked because she is a butterfly, but she just wasn't ready to like come out and tell her story and do a lot of talking and stuff because um she got shot close range. And so her face is a lot different. Let me see if I can put up the picture. Let me see. But we talked about it. I'm gonna tell you. Let me slow down. Okay, hold on. On that page. Okay. Okay. No, I just want the picture. I don't want to hear all that. Y'all know I be doing too much. Okay. And I gotta find out how to do that thing where I can put it on the screen where I be talking. So I won't be having to look at my phone, but I'm not that jazzy and updated with this technology stuff. So I just gotta do what I know. Hold on. He's all the best in me. I'm trying to get this thing out the way because look, my storage already full. When everyone else around could only see the worst in me. I hope everybody having a good day. Is y'all having a good day? Are y'all having a good day? Alright, cause I am. I really am. I really am. And I don't be up in the morning time like that, like I used to. So that's why I be coming to talk to y'all in the evening time. But hold on. He's all the best in me. If I could shut up, then everyone else around. All right, here you go. All right, and so um, it's a before and after picture. I don't know if y'all can see it, but y'all will see it. Y'all will see it. I posted on my page. Let me see how I can do it to make y'all see it. You see it? Yeah, I see right there. I'm gonna show y'all. Hold on. You see it? That's her before picture, and then that's her after picture. And she already had like 17 surgeries. She had a lot of surgeries. But I just hate the way that it was brought out or whatever. But I told her to don't look at it in a bad way because people gonna be people and just use this publicity or whatever and finally tell your story, you know? And so we just started talking about that or whatever, but everybody went as blessed as I was. So it kind of made me upset, like how it came out, because everybody was really trying to be funny and hurtful, you know what I'm saying? But then at the end, it kind of made me grateful again because it just was like, Lord, you know, like, shoot, how dare you go over there and try to talk about the surgery? You feel me? When you was blessed, I was blessed. I was blessed. So it made me be thankful and grateful again, all over again, because I just couldn't imagine. And she did have to get the real skin grafts and stuff out her legs and back and stomach and stuff. And it marked her, you know, like they end up taking too much meat and stuff out. But we had started talking like 2 years ago, all the way when the Butterfly Nation was still up and running, going good and stuff like that. But we was talking behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you gonna put everything on Front Street, and some people have to build up or build themselves up and deal with a lot of stuff, and just get comfortable. And so she just wasn't ready like that. But sometimes people, places, and things make you ready. But she said she gonna be going live every night at 9 o'clock for any questions and answers, and just go from there, because her situation was different from my situation. The way she handled her situation is different from my situation. The way, she act, talk, whatever is different, because we different people. So if y'all want to hear what happened to her, then y'all be able to see it. But her real name is Laquita Stewart, but her page is Coco Butter. KOKOBUTTA. Can y'all see that? That looks so blurry to me on that phone. I'm sorry. That look blurry. Let me see. I'm sorry. I ain't no like content creator. You feel me? So I ain't got no good like I said, know how to do it. But I know how to pull up a picture in my phone. And that's her today. You feel me? Today. And so we're going to keep our sister in prayers anyway, and we're going to keep her lifted up, and we're going to send her some encouraging words and cheer her up, because she is a butterfly. She was an undercover butterfly, but now she might as well be public, because the public made her public. But as for me, like I said, I'm having a good day. Now, what I did want to talk to y'all about real fast is where's all them things coming from? All them names jumping up. Hey, Kim, HO2O, Nakisha, Keisha Agres, Raver Johnson, Ladybug. Encourage your viewers to share your live and invite my guests. Oh, share the live, love, like. Wait a minute. Love, like, share. Love, like, share. Yeah, that's free. Love, like. Hold on. I'm trying to put my comments on that YouTube thing. I'm sorry. I can't see y'all, but I see y'all, but I can't read y'all. That thing keep coming up. I don't know what I did. I be pushing buttons and playing. But I'm sorry. I'll fix it later on. But listen, this is what I want to tell y'all. So I can't talk to y'all YouTube personally, but y'all know I'm talking to y'all. I love y'all. Okay, but look, this is what I wanted to share with y'all, because like I told y'all, remember I told y'all my daughter had sent me that text message this morning, and me and her ain't been really talking. That little Ebony, that me. Yeah, her. That one, right there. And so when she had sent me that text message, that just touched my heart, you feel me? Because it was like, I told y'all the test, it was like, the more you mature, you realize that your mom was just a young girl. Oh, there go young girl growing up for the first time, just like you or whatever. So I said, oh, look, I said, oh, that means she forgive me then. That means she forgive me. That means she forgive me. So that means things gonna get better. Then that means our relationship gonna get better. And we'll start talking more and being together more and stuff. And so I had got happy. And that was my happy place. And I stayed in it. I stayed in it all day. I ain't let nobody disturb my joy. I ain't let nobody disturb my peace. And then, oh yeah, I went up to the school. It was my little god baby birthday party. So we went up birthday. So we went up there and took some cupcakes and stuff. I'm sorry. Hello, Moto. That's my cousin. I'm back. They back from out of town. And I got to go up there and my little nephew helped me with some of this social media stuff. They know them little computer things. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. But let me try to, I'm finna read y'all. So I want to read y'all something real fast. But I just came to talk to y'all for a minute, see how y'all were doing, check in, show my face in the play, let y'all know that I was very thankful and grateful for me still being here, my situation. When you look at other people's situation, you just don't know what they be going through or what they done been through. You feel me? And sometimes we be complaining about things and complaining about our life and whining, you feel me? And then you look at the next person or meet the next person or run across the next person and then they get to telling you their story and you be like, man, So that we still have to realize how blessed that we really are. You know what I'm saying? Because some people done caught some hard blows. We done caught some hard ones too now. We done caught some hard ones. But some people done caught some, I ain't gonna say worse, but they done caught some hard ones too. But everybody don't bounce back the same. Everybody don't make it the same. Everybody don't come back the same. And so I'm thankful, especially for waking back up in my right mind, waking back up and still remembering stuff. I'm waking back my face, form back. You can still tell I'm ebony. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm very grateful. I was still able to open my eye. I was still able to open my mouth. Got my smell back. I ain't got nothing to be complaining about. I really don't. I ain't got nothing to be complaining about. And let me find this thing what I'm talking about. Now, if y'all want to ask me something, y'all got something to say to me, then now is the time. Chapter. Man. Oh. Okay, here we go. Now. Okay. 35:47. All right. 1 Corinthians 13. That's what I want to read. Because this is talking about love, 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 love. And people begin a lot of stuff mixed up. First, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. Yeah, I know what I'm finna go talk about the church folk. 1 Corinthians 13. Okay. Y'all know what God told them folks? What God told everybody? He said, if I speak in tongues of man or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding going on like clinging cymbals. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and knowledge, and if I have the faith that can move mountains but do not have love, I don't have nothing. So look, they had read that in church. So y'all know I was, amen, hallelujah, glory, looking at certain people, doing my fan and everything. Because some people don't be operating in the right spirit. And some people don't be operating out of love. Just like I told y'all. Now I'm finna get ready to tell y'all my example. Because I have to use an example. And I have to use myself. And now I'm finna use the church. Okay. One Sunday, it been about 2 months ago today. I finna leave the church today, baby. Right here, baby. I had got fed up, baby. Listen, so I had just got in the door. And so, you know, I just so you be standing around. And so they had a birthday card that they were passing around, right? So I went over there, so I was talking to Ashley. We were talking for a minute. And so then when she got through, she gave me the ink pen to sign the birthday card. So as I'm signing the birthday card, evangelist that sit in the pulpit, yeah, that sit in the pulpit, that be praying over folks and stuff like that. Okay, evangelist. All right. So as I'm signing the card, she snatched the card right from up under me. And that's the day when I said I almost popped somebody. That's what I was talking about right there. Because by reflex, I almost popped her. You feel me? But I stood there for a minute. Then I kind of, like throw the pen up. You feel me? And then she was like, oh, it's time to go in service. It's time to go in service. So I said, y'all be killing me. You feel me? The main ones that be doing all this hooping and hollering, shouting, jumping around, speaking in tongues when y'all get in that church is the main ones that don't be operating in the right spirit. And then I just walked out. I ain't say nothing else. I ain't do nothing else. You feel me? So I went on in the church. So when I went in the church, now you already know my spirit disturbed. You done killed my vibe. You done ruined my moment. Now I got to shake this off and try to get my mind back on Jesus. You feel me? So I go in the church and I close my eyes. That was strike number one. That was strike number one that day. This the day after. All right, so that was strike number one. So I'm in there, so I got my eyes closed because I'm really trying to concentrate and get back in the spirit. You feel me? Get you off my mind. Get people off my mind. Because if I look at people and concentrate on people, then I'm going to be thrown off and I'm going to be messed up. So I literally close my eyes and looking up to the ceiling, right? So now they doing praise and worship. They in the pulpit, got the side, they singing, clapping, dancing around. And so I'm concentrating. I ain't got back yet. I ain't back down here with them yet. I'm still up here. So the first lady on the microphone, right? So she said, oh, it's a great Sunday. You know how they be saying, oh, go grab your neighbor, give him a hug. Go grab your sister and praise and rejoice with your sister. So, like I said, I'm still like this. So she said, oh, Sister Ebony needs somebody to grab her hand and work. I said, no, I don't. No, I don't. I don't need nobody to grab my hand because I'm holding on to the best hand and got the best partner deal. Yeah, that was strike number two. That was in the middle of service on the live video on the microphone. Yeah, that was number two. But she did it. So then we go on with service. Now, that's a real day. A real experience. Can't make this up. This happened in real life. So that was strike number two. So now my nerve back bad. Yeah. I just don't know what they doing. All right. So she get off the microphone. Then the man of God bring the word or whatever. He brought a good word, good message. So now I'm back in the spirit. I done shook the haters out, I done shook the devil out. I done enjoyed church. I done had a good service, a good word and all this, right? So y'all know me, I'm back laughing and playing, right? So I'm back laughing and playing. So now church over, right? So as I'm going out the church, in the foyer, like where they have coffee, donuts, and water and stuff like that or whatever. So I'm going back out to church. What's up, Matthew? So now I'm going back out to church. So I see the little stand over there has some donuts and stuff on there. You feel me? So I'm just laughing. So I go over there to get me a donut. What the lady told me that I couldn't have no donuts. That they were already counted. Oh my God. Oh my God. Some bread and water, yeast and sugar. And this can't be real. This can't be real. This can't be real. This can't be real. I can't have no donut. So she said these was already counted for the people that had got here late or whatever. But if you in control of the donut station, that means you the only one working. So if you ain't see me that morning, then obviously I ain't getting no donut either. I want a donut too, you feel? So I said, don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it, don't worry about it, don't worry about a thing. And then when I had left, there were 3 strikes in one day. There were 3 strikes in one day, you feel me? So I had left. But that was the, I ain't leave for good though. I'm just saying I went on at the door and left because church was over, remember. So then that was that Sunday, so then Monday came, then Tuesday came. And then God worked on me, you feel me? And I was back at church. So I ain't leave or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But that happened in real life, you know what I'm saying? About these people. And the same lady that I told y'all snatched that cord from up under me, that's supposed to have this high rank in church and operate in the spirit and leadership or whatever, and did that. And what I told y'all, when I was looking up and later came and I got my attention and stuff, who was in there doing all that shouting and dancing around and speaking in tongues? The whole praise and worship. I just was looking. Then you know at the end when they be like some preachers will call you out for prayer, like they'll be praying or they'll say you know like come up to the front. I was saying, look, I had to look back up again. I was saying, Lord, please don't let them call me up there. Please don't let them call me up there. Because the day going to be the day that they going to get rebuked in Jesus' name. You're going to get rebuked. Yeah, you're going to get rebuked. Because even if the preacher is calling me to the front to pray for me or give me a word, y'all know how all the other ladies and people be surrounding you and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I got a question after this. I tell y'all this because I'm confused. Okay? But you know how they be around you and stuff for you if you fall out with the sheets and all that little stuff and stuff. Yeah. So she was one of them too. And I was praying for God not to call me to that front because I was gonna have to rebuke her right then and there. Cause you can't come over here. Cause I ain't gonna receive the word. And you can disturb my spirit. You feel me? Cause I know you ain't right. You feel me? And I'm not finna play with you. I ain't being funny. I'm not being funny. It's too serious and too detrimental to be playing with people. And I don't have time for that. You feel me? So but I thank God they didn't call me to the front. You hear me? But my question is, do y'all believe, or I think, now I ain't gonna say do y'all believe, but I think that somebody in the church house or the church business need to check into that, because I don't think that they need to have all them different people around you when you get in prayer either, because everybody ain't on the same faith level and everybody ain't on the same prayer level, or everybody ain't in the right spirit, and that's a fact. And I don't know how to say it, and I don't know how to tell them. I don't know if it's going to be a come to Jesus me. I don't know if it's going to be a note on a piece of paper or when I get my words together. But that needs to be a public announcement, because that is for real. And if people come in now and not in the same faith or on the same spirit or whatever, then you might block me. Because I know my faith level is up there. You feel me? I got that stupid, crazy, dumb faith. I ain't one of the ones that run to the altar every Sunday, praying, asking for prayer for deliverance of healing and sickness. Because guess what? When you go up there, you get prayer. Anybody. And then they say, in Jesus' name, or it's already done. It's up to you to trust and believe that it's already done. It's up to you to walk in faith and walk as if it's already done. He don't need you to keep coming back asking him the same thing. Now I'm confused. Who told y'all that? I'm for real. I'm dead serious. I got some questions. Yeah. Now, y'all, I don't know where your faith is. I don't know where your faith is. I don't know none of that. I don't know. But I just don't think I need to get prayer every week. That's like you keep going back asking for the same thing. You ain't believe that it was done? Because I believe that it was done. I said that it was done, for it was already done. You feel me? And that's the kind of faith that I have. And that's the kind of faith that I walk in. And I don't need to be up here and you all the way down here, but then you come and block me. No. And then you just had snatched something from me. You ain't operating in love. You ain't walking in love. And you ain't been convicted either. And I said it, I say it again. And you ain't been convicted. So all that shouting, jumping around, that don't fascinate me. That don't move me. And I think a lot of them be pretending because the spirit, I just don't believe the spirit jumped in her that fast. And I don't believe that you were convicted. I do believe that it's possible that the spirit could have jumped in her. And she started shouting and dancing around and speaking in tongues and stuff. But if he had jumped in you that fast, if he had jumped in you and took over, then he would have convicted you also. And if he would have convicted you, then you would have came back and said something. Or you would have came back and apologized. Or said, oh, my bad, or anything. So I don't believe he convicted you. I believe that they learned to put on. Yeah, that's what I believe. Because anybody do something so much, it becomes, a dance move. Hello, somebody? A dance move. So go on without, go on. And God just told you in this word right here. He just told you. Let me get my phone. That's what it was on here. He just told y'all that you can have the gift of tongues. You can have the gift of prophecy. You can see the end of time. He don't care nothing about none of that if you don't have love. Hello? So scratch all that extracurricular stuff off your list and I operate in love, because love is not what you do on Sunday and Tuesday. And he don't care nothing about your suit. He don't care nothing about them pretty heels. He don't care nothing about that. When you get out there to that gate to answer to him, he ain't going to say, oh, I'm going to let you in because you came to church 2 days a week. I'm going to let you in because you wore that suit every Sunday. I'm going to let you in because you did that dance. You showed out. Yes, you did. You showed out. Now. No. You're going to look at your heart and what you did in your everyday life, inside and outside the church. Not on Sunday and Tuesday. What about Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Now let me get back to what he said, because that's what I said. Hold on. Yeah. had upset me. Upset me. Yeah. Had upset me just that fast. Because I can't do it. And it's time out for playing. It's time out for playing, church. It's time out for playing with anything and anybody. It's time out. And God tired of you. I promise. He tired of you. He tired of this mess down here. He tired of this mess. Shoot. And he ain't got time to keep playing. Don't see all this stuff going on? Don't see all this stuff happening? He done gave a chance after chance after chance after warning after warning after warning after warning. And when he come to judge. It started with the head. The head. And if the head ain't in order, even the head of the household, if the head ain't in order, how the house in order? I'm talking about my house. I'm talking about my house. I know y'all house in order. I ain't talking about y'all house. And I ain't talking about y'all church. I ain't talking about none of that stuff. I'm talking about my house. And if I ain't got my house in order, because it's going to start with me, because I run this house right here. Yeah, I run this house. And if I ain't in order, how anything in here in order? It ain't going to be easy. It just don't add up, do it. Same way with the church. If the preacher ain't in order, how the sheep in order? And if you ain't in order, how you going to lead me? And if you ain't in order, how you going to get me to where I need to be? Because some of the preachers and stuff don't even know your name. Don't even know who you is. So how you praying for me? Hello, somebody. How is you praying for me? Let me pull up 1 Corinthians. Because I'm getting upset. I'm getting upset. And I ain't finna get upset. I done had a good day. I ain't finna go talk about these folks. Because these folks something else. Make sure I give me all on. Yeah, all on. All on. Ain't all of them in the same group. Some of them just put on suits, and some of them, I can't remember what I was doing. Google. Yeah, 1 Corinthians. That's what I was doing, 1 Corinthians. Yeah. Let me get back to 1 Corinthians. Because if I go to tell you about my personal experiences, it ain't going to work. Now, because I was done with the church house. Oh, yeah. I was done with the church house after I got put out a choir rehearsal. I got put out. Yeah! I got put out a choir rehearsal. I can't make this stuff up. I got put, let me tell y'all something. This ain't no joke here. This ain't no joke. I be smiling all the time and laughing, but I promise to God I'm telling the truth. That's why I be funny, because it be the truth. Let me tell y'all. Had a good day. Another good day. Had just had another good day. Yeah. Now it's time to get ready to go to church. Oh, I ain't trying to be sexy. Hold on, baby. My button pop. Wait a minute. Hold on. So I'm getting ready to go to, it's time to go to choir rehearsal now. Oh, yeah, I'm finna go to choir rehearsal. Yeah. So, boom, I go to choir rehearsal, you feel me? I'm happy, you know what I'm saying? Now, this at the old folks church. This church I told you I was the old folks church. Me and my friend, the younger one, in the whole church, everybody else like 60, 70, 80. And I wasn't going to stay at that church, but I said, Lord, when I looked around, I said, Lord, if they leave, who going to be in the church? You know about them being older, you feel me? Well, the next generation, let alone some children now, you feel me? And I don't know why all these churches ain't got but 30, 40 members. They need to all come together. Shit, My bad. See, I ain't finna go to talk. Y'all make me upset. Stop laughing over there on YouTube. Y'all know I've been doing good with my custom when I push this live, but it's like I get some sense. You feel me? I push this live button, I be in order. Yeah. But I just slipped up and called because it's 30 people at this church, 30 people at that church, 30 people. I've been to 3, 4, 4. Yeah. And y'all, my way I put them little handful of people together. Because that's what it's all going to boil down to anyway, coming together. That's why y'all perishing now. That's why you perishing now. Because ain't no togetherness. And, yeah, might well come together. Pay one bill. Y'all paying all these different bills, asking for 5 offering. 5 offering. Listen, I had to tell the man the other day, I said, listen. I said, let me give you a modern day example of y'all bleeding the church and y'all need to stop. Y'all out of line. Yeah, you can't take up 3, 4 offerings for the same 30 people. It just ain't no way. You can't keep asking the same 30 people to give. Now I said, now let me give you a modern day example. If I got a hamburger, this for real, this is business. If I got a hamburger and I give you half of it off the top, you feel me? And you eat your half and then want another piece of mine, ain't no more to give you, baby. I done gave you half. I done gave you what I'm going to give you. You feel me? Don't come back asking for no another piece. Ain't nothing else to give you. You understand? And that's for real. So stop it. That's another thing need to be put on my list. I got to find out these things. Because I ain't been in church in a long time. So I want to learn. I want to know how y'all operate and being set up. You feel me? And so I can know the rules and the regulations of the church system building. You know, I've been in the streets. You feel me? So I want this new to me. So I need to know so I can be in order. See if I can follow y'all rules or not. You feel me? Yeah. So, but let me tell y'all about, now that about them offerings. I don't know how I get there, but I was talking about the church about, finna tell y'all about the choirs, how I got put out. Let me tell you how I got checked. Let me tell y'all about this. So I went to choir. Good move. Woo, woo. So, I told y'all we was at the old folk church. These people literally still sing some of the songs at the hymn book, the real hymn book, like you see on TV. Yeah, I didn't know they were still around, but they is. And so they were singing some of the songs and stuff like that, right? And so the piano lady, the head had said, "Love your nail color. Thank you, love." Okay, so listen. So the head lady, she was playing one thing on the piano and then telling us to look up another song, the same song on YouTube, but it didn't match. You feel me? So we was singing anything, sounding like anything. Okay? Yeah, we were. Yes, we were. Okay? So it wasn't working out, right? So I had asked her Sunday after church, did she know a particular song? You know, that song, My Soul Been Anchored. That's my song. That one of my songs. My grandma used to play that song all the time. So by them being old and stuff, I just knew they should know it, have the words, because she printed words and stuff out. So she gonna tell me, yeah, Who don't know that song? It's about 30 years old. So I didn't say a word. I didn't say a word. That was Sunday. So whatever Wednesday, whenever they choir rehearsal was. So now we in choir rehearsal, right? So now they didn't get the confrontation with the songs going different ways. So we had a standstill. So I raised my hand. Yes, I raised my hand like a nice young lady, a nice little student. I raised my hand and waited to be acknowledged. And and she told me what. So I said, um, who? Stop. I said, who printed out the songs for choir rehearsal? You feel? So she said, I did. Now this choir rehearsal, this ain't something. She said, I did. What's the problem? So I said, it ain't no problem, but I was just wondering, that, since I had brought up a song Sunday, where you would have had the music and you would have had a leader, that maybe you would have had presented it, Wednesday, so you wouldn't be trying to find a leader, trying to remember who sung this song last year and all this stuff or whatever, like that or whatever. So, what did I say that for? What did I say that for? This lady jumped time on me. Yes, she did. Jumped time on me, y'all. So, look, as she started going out, and listen, I ain't being funny. Listen, it's funny because it surprised me. But as she started going off and the vibe changed and the atmosphere changed and all that, I said, hey, 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 hey. I said, don't even worry about it. I said, pardon me. I said, because the enemy then got up in here some kind of way. You feel me? And shifted this whole atmosphere. I said, so just continue with practice because praise and music confuse the enemy. And I shut up. I promise y'all. I promise to God. And I shut up. So about 20 minutes later, y'all know sometimes we can't seem to let things go. Or we be thinking about stuff and we feel a certain type of way, so we'll come back and say something. 20, 30, 40 minutes later, an hour next day, it don't matter how we do it. You feel me? Because we just got to say what we want to say, right? So about 20 minutes had passed. I'm talking about we back in rehearsal. I ain't think about that no more, but about 20 minutes passed. Here come another break, right? So the lady gonna bust out and say, well, she said, hey, lady. Yeah, that was what she had said. She said, hey, lady, you still want to sing that song? I said, no, ma'am. And I thought we was done with it. You feel? She kept on again. So my mama was sitting next to me and she would hit my leg. You feel me? She kept saying, don't say that. 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 You feel me? Don't say that. Don't say that. So the lady's still going on or whatever, you feel me? And so I'm just like, why even bring that back up? You know what I'm saying? Because now you getting on my nerves, you feel me? And you're vexing my spirit. Like the old folks say, you vexing my spirit and you keep talking about the same thing and we done with that. You know what I'm saying? Baby, it was about 3 folk, older folk, like your homegirls and your homeboys jump in it. You feel me? It's about 3 folk more elders than jumped in it now. and defend her, telling me that I shouldn't have said that. I don't supposed to say that. She the leader, and all this little crazy stuff, whatever. I hushed again. Y'all know I supposed to grab my purse and left, don't you? Y'all already know I supposed to got my purse and my keys and left, because I was through with that. I was through. I'm done. I was through with that, right? But I still stayed until practice was over. Still stayed till practice was over. I ain't say nothing else. She ain't say nothing else. I came on home, got myself situated. Next thing you know, my phone went to ringing with an unfamiliar number. Unfamiliar means I didn't know the number. It hadn't called before. And then it's after hours. If it anybody know, I don't talk on no phone at nighttime now. It's quiet time. So now my phone ringing at 8:30, 9 o'clock with an unfamiliar number. So I answered the phone. Hello? They said, this Ebony? I'm looking for Ebony. I said, this Ebony? He said, this pastor? This pastor. This pastor. Y'all heard what I said? This Pastor Brown. Yeah, I said, this Pastor Brown. And I'm calling because they told me about the disturbance and the ruckus that you caused during rehearsal. And I said, what did I say? Because I just told y'all everything that was said, right? I just told y'all the whole setup, the whole play. So I said, well, what did I say that was that caused the disturbance or this ruckus that you speaking of? You feel? That man cut me slap straight back off, y'all. Didn't answer my question. Didn't ask me no question. And went straight back in to what he will not allow in his church and out of his 54 years of preaching. He has never received a call. Just can't have you in my sanctuary acting such a way. I guess he's saying that I wasn't saying nothing. And at the floor, I wasn't even amused. You feel me? So I guess he paying no attention with all that talking or whatever. So then he went to, and you suspended at the choir for 2 weeks. And now that's when I cut him off. I said, oh, I ain't coming back. Ain't no if and, buts about it. I ain't coming back. And I'm really confused into how you call my phone about something you heard. About something you heard. Like you a nigga in the streets. Pastor. I said, Pastor. And I'm really confused on, is that your house? Because that's what you call fussing and telling me about what you were not allowed in your house and your saint. Oh, that's your house? Or is that God's house? Because see, some of y'all got the concept mixed up. And y'all need to reevaluate yourselves. And then number 2, 3, 4, or 5 is you don't call nobody checking them. You weren't supposed to move on your first reaction or your first response. You should have slept on that and came back and came at me in a different type of way. Or then you should have called me and asked me a question. But you didn't ask me a damn question. You didn't listen to nothing that I said to me like it was some mess going on in the You came to me acting so devilish. You acted like a heathen, just like y'all say, or street people in the street. That's the same way you came at me, Pastor. So I was appalled. I was hurt. And that's where that church hurt come in from a lot of people. And then it clicked in about the church hurt. You feel me? And I guess you got to go through certain things to understand what people be saying or to feel or understand what be going on, because you judged me on what they came back and told you. I guess because I look like a street person, or look like I would be arrogant and loud, or look like I would be loud and disrespectful. But have I ever disrespected you? Have I ever disrespected your wife? Have you ever seen me in a disrespectful manner? And the only question that I did get a chance to ask him was, what did I say? Because if they could have repeated what I said, then they would have told you that I told you to carry on with rehearsal. Because the enemy had got in him. And praise and music confuses the enemy, is what I said. So, how did you allow your partner, your friend, your homeboy, your clique, your deacon, your choir ambassador, as they say, your choir ambassador, to call you and tell you such a thing? But I'm talking about church folks right now. I'm talking about these titles these people be wearing. These titles these people be wearing. And some of them ain't no different than you and me. I ain't gonna say you and me because I don't, but somebody else. Because I done graduated a little bit. Because I would have checked you if it had been the old Evan. Yeah, you would have got checked. Because you did wrong. And you called my phone after hours like that. Boy, don't do that. Don't do that. Calling me, disturbing me at my house at my time. You probably sleep somewhere. You wasn't even at rehearsal. But you allowed somebody to call you and tell you a such thing, and then you reacted. You reacted. A cause and an effect. A cause and an effect. And your actions went out of love. Your conversation went in love. So where's the love that y'all teach about so much? I'm trying to see it. I'm trying to see it. I don't feel it. I don't feel it at all. Well, at least I'm trying to see it. Oh, it might be my bad. It might become I don't know, but yeah. So I be confused sometimes. I be confused. You feel me? So after that incident, I was through. I was through with y'all. I'm tired. I ain't finna be going through that with them folks shit. I might well stay at home and read my own word, teach my own self. I ain't gotta get dressed up and go be involved in no more foolishness and all that, whatever. Oh, let me tell y'all what else he said or came up when he talking about his 52 years. Did y'all hear what I said? Hold on, because I think my button just popping again. This thing trying to show something. Trying to show something. There's some men on here. Some nice God-fearing men on here. Some sexy, independent ones. Yeah, I want them still. I want you holy and hood. Yeah, that's what I want. Holy and hood. I want you to be mature, grown, and God-fearing. Yeah. But if you ain't on here, you still getting yourself together. Just hold on. Let me zip my shirt up. Yeah. All right. But did y'all hear what I said? 52 years. And you ain't even got 52 members. Did you? I said 52 years y'all been doing the same foolishness. That's why God is tired of playing with people. Because the same thing has gone on for years and years and years. And don't nobody say that, and don't nobody do that, and it's a tradition, or it's the way of the church, or we get used to it, or whatever the case may be. But all that is coming to a head. Because this is not the season to be playing. We are in very detrimental times. It's real. It's serious. We don't know what the day gonna bring, the tomorrow gonna bring, the weather gonna bring, the president gonna bring, the nothing gonna bring. They eating human, they drinking blood, they doing all kind of stuff. Just gonna take me, just gonna take me. They're doing too much. It got out of hand. It got out of hand. And I ain't no preacher to be going in Revelation and all that. But we see it with our own eyes without reading Revelation. Hello? Hello? I said you can see it and with your own eyes without even reading Revelation. Now you know that bad. You know that bad. Now I ain't make that up. I ain't make it up. If you can see it from what you heard, that bad. Yeah. So y'all so silly. Y'all so silly this here. Oh, that's Arthur. Hey, Arthur. I hate to tell you one of them are feeling some type of way towards you. Sure, which one? I don't know. See, they look at you and judge you. You feel me? Because you don't know who I am for real. You feel me? You don't know me. You just look at me and you judge me. You feel me? Then, not being funny, you're going to already judge me because of the way I dress. You're going to judge me because of my flashiness. You're going to judge me because of my nails, my hair. And I'm not wearing no pantyhose with them ugly sandals. I'm not wearing them pantyhose with them ugly flats and them leprechaun shoes. I'm not. So you're mad about that too. You're looking at me like that, like where's she going? Then you're looking at my face, want to know what happened or what's going on. You feel me? And so you looking at my outside and ain't even met my inside or know my inside in the way that you act. You might not get blessed enough to find out my inside because you might not be deserving of it. Yeah. So that's how they judge you when you first walk in the door. They judge you from what they assume or what they think. That's why God said, don't lean not to your own understanding. He tell you that all the time. And y'all clowns been reading the word for 50 years. Yeah, I said it. Y'all clowns been reading the word, going to church every Sunday. See, I took a break. Hello? I took a break and did what I wanted to do. I took a break and left the church. I took a break and did. So y'all ain't took no break. So you mean to tell me you've been reading this same literature, yeah, the literature, the same literature and carrying on the same way. I said the same way. No. This ain't that. This ain't that. Nah, this ain't that. So if God, because you know, I try to be obedient. Yes, I do. And I try to stay lined up, decent and in order. So if God has ordered my steps, and I told you I was finna leave once that incident them 3 times one day. Oh, that was it. I was tired. That was it. I'm finished. I'm done. And if I still had to go back, then get what? That means that y'all gonna have to deal with the truth. Hello? Because if it was part of my mission to stay here with y'all, then it's part of y'all. I'm trying to get my words together. I'm trying to get my note to be in order. But don't keep pushing things. Y'all keep pushing things. Y'all done pushed out to the mat. All the churches almost dying or dead. Man, my head's itch. Now, where you supposed to go? You can go anywhere in the world. I told you I done been around the world. I've been in the streets. I've been in prison. I've been in drug classes, rehab classes, and everywhere else you want to add on the list. And you can receive love. But you go to church and get the most backlash and crazy faces and nonchalant. And I speak to another minister, that's what I said. I make sure I put these titles on these people. Yeah, minister. When she was in the bathroom and I was just going in the bathroom, I said, hey, how you doing this evening? I ain't spoke back yet. I thought, minister. That way you say minister. No, that minister. And this where my help gonna come from. This was gonna help me grow. The what? We gotta do better. It ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. So, if I gotta do some changes and some sacrifices and be uncomfortable, y'all gonna have to change too. And it's time that they start hearing the truth. The truth, not tradition. The truth. And come on about these cliques and these cliches and all that little stuff. I just can't do it. I ain't gonna tell you. Let me get off of them. Get off of them. Get off of them. Cause I don't want to offend nobody. Been real attending church every Sunday and raised in the same hell in the outside church. Soon they get out the door. Hello? Stand around that parking lot 30 minutes. I said, no ma'am, I got to go. Church over with, baby. And the conversation is too. Ain't that nothing to talk about. I don't care nothing about her. And I ain't being funny. But I don't care nothing about her, him, and Shem either. Hello? I don't worry about me, baby. I got enough to fix in my own life. I got enough going on in my own life. I'm already towed up from the floor up. I don't care what's going on with Bessie, Sally, and no matter this TikTok, y'all, I got to put my puzzle piece on here. Hold on, y'all know I can't get the puzzle together. Hold on. There you go. Wait a minute. Bingo. I connected it. Oh, it says still try again. Now, wait a minute. Hey, I told you TikTok, I'm sick of this puzzle. I got it, y'all. That mean y'all hour up. All I did was come on here to try to tell y'all about 1 Corinthians. That's all I was trying to do. That's all I was trying to do. That's all I was trying to do. Was tell y'all about 1 Corinthians and what thus said the Lord. That's all I was trying to do. But I had to break it down because sometimes people get things twisted just because they shouting around and speaking in tongues. Oh, they think they done made it. Just because they done been gifted with the gift of tongues and visions, they think they done made it. No, 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 no. You ain't made it, baby. You ain't made it. That was a gift. Hello? That was a gift from God. That ain't nothing you did spectacular and special. I got blessed with the gift of tongues and vision when I was 14 years old. And I have told y'all that. My real butterflies know that. I've always been with a special guard. Maybe that's why I've been shielded and protected through so much. But I chose to run. I didn't want, I'm just saying the truth. I ain't want no gift of visions and tongues then. I'm young too. Yeah. I want to go do my own thing. I've been going to church 3-4 days a week all my life. My grandma brought me up in church. I know the church. I know the word. Then I lived under the roof with a lady that lived the word. So I got a prime example. They were way better than anything I saw this day. Because like I told y'all, and I still stand on that, my grandma ain't never cuss. I ain't never heard my grandma say no cuss word. I ain't never seen no man in my grandma's house. My grandma went to church on Tuesday, Wednesday, grown folk choir rehearsal, children choir rehearsal, Sunday church, revival, all that. So my grandma was a pure example of a praying woman, a God-fearing woman, a woman that really lived by faith. You feel me? A woman that showed and acted out of love. A woman that had unconditional love. So I lived that. So I know what it looked like. Hello? And I thank you, Lord, for that. I thank you for showing me what a real warrior is, what a real prayer warrior is, to really live and spend time with you, to really pray and trust in you. You feel me? I've been over there to the hospital when my grandma was 85 years old, then fell off the roof, off the ladder. I said 85 years old, then fell off that ladder up there trying to clean her gutters because my uncle took too long and she ain't finna wait on nobody to do nothing. So she done went and got her a ladder, then climbed up on the house and ended up coming back down. Coming back down, but it was when she was coming down, you feel me? She slipped, but she ended up breaking her hip. You know what I'm saying? And when she broke her hip and stuff or whatever, I ended up going to the hospital and stuff to see her. And when I walked in the door, she was doing like this, you know. And I'm saying, oh, Grandma, you know, I'm just coming. Oh, Grandma, let me help you get up. You know, let me help you get up. She said, I'm going to get it. I can do anything if God give me the strength. And the lady went and touched me. She got up in that seat, too. And then, when the nurses came in there, and I'm tell the truth, Shine Dale, and when the nurses came in there, because my grandma passed away at 95, but my grandma wasn't taking no medicines, wasn't diagnosed with nothing, ain't had on no diapers, ain't lost no sight, ain't lost no memory, ain't lost no movement or nothing. She was blessed, okay? blessed, blessed, blessed woman. Okay? Thank you for the bow or whatever that was. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I love you. And I love you. And so like I told y'all, my grandma ain't took no medicines and stuff. My grandma ain't with that. My grandma took a sinus pill one day and was walking into the walls, baby. It, I was so tickled. Look, but, because I just couldn't understand. How did the sinus pill get you crazy like that and thrown out like that, baby? I take pills all day, every day. And that was my drug of choice, pills. You feel me? So how is this sinus pill got this lady over here walking into walls? I just can't believe it. All right, so listen, so back to the hospital. So I go to see my grandma. So like I said, she's school. She said she had been school for a while. I said, Grandma, you could have got the nurse or you could have got me. She said, I don't want nobody to touch me. Because God going to give me the strength to do everything I need to do. And I ain't even touch her. She told me to get back. But listen, so the nurse had came in there with her meds. Yes, they did. So they had tried to give my grandma some Lortabs. Yeah. So my grandma said, I don't take no dope. My, my grandma said, I don't take no dope. It wouldn't take that medicine, y'all. And so listen, when nurse left, I said, Grandma, you need to take that. We can sell that. You feel me? We can sell that. I know you don't take it. We can sell it. She said, I don't want no parts of it. Is what she said. And that quickly closed my mouth up because she was done with that. Yeah, she ain't got to go on and on. She ain't never got loud, raised her voice, all that yelling, talking about stress, talking about, no. Huh? So she's like, huh? And I'm through with that. And you better go on about your business. You better just go on. That's it. That's it. And that's how her tone was. I ain't never heard my grandma get loud, talking about arguing with nobody. My grandma ain't never argued with nobody. Not in my presence, not in my ear, and I growed up in the same house with her. Hello? She kept the same telephone number all the way till she passed. She kept the lights on, the water on, food on the table every day we got out of school with nobody but her and Jesus and her job or whatever. You feel me? But her and Jesus. Hello? That's exactly what I said. That was my grandmother. That was my grandma. Yeah. But yeah, she told the nurse, get up out of there with that dope. Girl, I holler. I was like, what lady? What? And then take, no. Bitch, she ain't take that medicine. For real. So my grandma didn't suffer. You feel me? Like that, you know? And so when she passed, it was just like, what just happened? You know, like, because I told y'all I had just got off the phone with my grandma. Literally. Like 45 minutes at the most. Because I told y'all she sent me to the grocery store to get her some oxtails. And she wanted it from Piggly Wiggly, a certain store too, mind you. Yeah, a certain store too. Yeah. So it took me too long. But when I got to the parking lot, I called her. And me and Lonzo was in the car. And so I was like, Grandma, I'm finna get ready to go in and get the oxtails. You want anything else while I'm in the grocery store? You feel me? And she was like, oh, baby, you took too long. I already got my dinner on. Hello? Hello, somebody. Oh, I got some cool man glasses now. Thank you. Now, them was cute. Thank you. I like them glasses. Them cool. That's the first time I got that gift too. Thank you. And she told me I had took too long. That she already had her Sunday dinner on, baby. She already had her Sunday dinner on. She had got and climbed in that deep freeze and pulled down some ribs. And they was already in the oven. Man, I'm gonna sitting in the parking lot like two pigeons. Cause we ain't got nothing else to go for. So I ended up going in the store anyway, get some hamburgers and hot dogs to throw on the grill. You feel me? Man, Lonzo, this how fast it happen, y'all. I promise to God. So just say we on the telephone. I hang up the phone. Me and Lonzo get out the store, go in the store, get the hamburgers and hot dog. We leave the store, drive down to First Avenue, which we in the same neighborhood. We crank up the grill. We put the hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill. Before the hamburgers and hot dogs got ready, my phone started blowing up. My phone started blowing up. I answered my phone, and the neighbor said, "Hey man, you need to get over here. It's all kind of ambulance and police at your grandmama's house." Just like that. So, just like I ain't asked no questions about what happened to me or what surgeries y'all did or what happened, whatever, I didn't ask nothing about my grandma. Because when I got to the hospital and made it to my grandma's room and kissed her cheek, it was already cold. So I knew she was gone. Just like that. So, them unexpected things and things that happen out the blue, and you talking about getting slapped upside the face, like how? My grandma was just talking. My grandma was just laughing. My grandma was just literally, I got a video of my grandma literally climbing across the couch the day before. I just talked to her. Now she gone. That was supposed to take me under. That was it. That wasn't gonna go too well. But I think she knew that I had finally put my trust in God. Because y'all remember I told y'all that she was the one that I had to go against. That was the only time in my life I had ever went against my grandmama. And it was in the beginning. And it was about my face and my surgery. And I had went over there one day. Because when I first got shot, my grandma couldn't look at me. And I had went over there one day. And she said, "Ooh, girl, we ain't going to get your face fixed. That ain't you." And I said, "Well, grandma, this is me right now. Because this is what God has placed before me. And I can't have no surgery because there's a 50-50 chance that they may hit the wrong nerve and I'll be paralyzed." So I got to take my 50-50 with God and let him heal me. And after that, I knew that it really was affecting my grandmama. You feel me? Like to see me like this and stuff or whatever. So I stopped going around because I didn't want to hurt her. But then she would start hurting me. I said, shoot, I ain't finna hurt you. I ain't finna, I'm finna go back on my house. And then I started back going. But that was the only time that I had went against her. And so, like I said, my grandma raised me. And my mom was always in and out. My mom went in my life, and then she passed completely when I was 19. So, I guess my grandma, because my grandma always been there for me. So I guess I just looked at it like, she always felt like I needed her. You know what I'm saying? Like I leaned on her. That was my best friend. That was my prayer warrior. That was my grocery store buddy. That was my calm in the middle of the storm. That was my everything. You feel me? And I finally didn't need her like I used to because I had finally realized that I needed God. And so I think that she was okay with that. You feel me? Like, that's how I tried to look at it. From her just passing all of a sudden like that. You feel me? Because like I said, she wasn't sick. Like, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't taking no medicine. She didn't have no diagnosis. She wasn't. So it was just real unbelievable that she just passed. You feel me? But I know things can happen. But and so I tried to look at the good of it. And I said, well, she was here 95 years. You feel me? She raised her children. She raised us. She helped with my children, her grandchildren. And it was time for her to go on home with no pain and no suffering. And me and my brother had just made up. And so I just look at it like we was going to be all right. And with that, I share because I'm finna get out of there. I'm finna get out of there. Yep. But that's how Granny passed. And that was, like I said, in the middle of all this, it was just, stuff just kept happening. Hard licks out of nowhere. The unexpected, crazy stuff. Not no little simple stuff. Not no little simple stuff. This was major stuff. Major people. Major losses. Major hurts. And so, that's why I tell y'all that we still have to keep on pushing. We have to keep on praying. We have to keep on trusting the process. Even when things don't look good. Even when things don't feel good or sound good, we have to still trust that it will turn out for our good. And today, I can say that it made me stronger. And I just be wanting to make my grandmama proud because she was one heck of a lady. And I just wish and hope and pray that I had half as much as strength and wisdom as she did. Because them old folks, they got a different kind of strength. Hello? Somebody. They got a different kind of strength. They got the kind of strength that when you be gone for 2, 3 days, 4, 5 days, and then knock at the door, they open it with love. Come on in, babe. First thing she would say, you hungry? Shoot. Man, I wish my daughter would leave at the door for 3, 4, 5 days. You won't be getting back in here? Hello? Somebody. You know I ain't lying. I ain't lying. We gonna be the went out, cut all kind of stuff, bust upside the head and everything, baby. But my grandma had a different kind of love, and it take a lot of strength. So I said, Lord Jesus, I ain't number 43. She was 95, 43, 95. Just like 50 more years. Lord Jesus, what else I'm gonna be going through? How much, you know how much the weight that is? How much hurt that is, how much pain that is, how many prayers that is. Then I want to ask y'all something, because I was thinking about this the other day, and I know I ain't the only one that might feel like this, but I told y'all I live with my grandmama, and it was quiet in our house, especially at nighttime, you feel me? Turn the lights out, TV out, time to go to bed, you feel me? Yeah, time to go to bed. And I want to ask y'all something. Do y'all remember y'all grandmama's crying? Now I need an answer. Because I don't remember hearing my grandmama cry. You know how we be having breakdowns or meltdowns or and depressed and all that stuff. Did y'all hear y'all mama and grandmama crying and stuff? And talking about they depressed and all that. I mean, not the depressed part, but I ain't hear my grandmama crying. And I thought about that. Now I need an answer. Regarding stuff about the grandmother's to your grandkids. Oh, baby, look. AI to summarize the thing. It's like recalling a story about a grandmother a granddaughter who stood her ground against her medical staff. AI is too, see what I'm talking about? This stuff too extravagant and extra for me. Yeah, so now you made a whole summary of my conversation, notarizing stuff, putting it in word, too advanced for me. They ain't gonna need us in a minute. They're already trying to replace us with the AI robot, take over the jobs and stuff. We forgot about that part. We ain't even on that part because we got to the AI and the human traffickers and the Illuminati eating the bodies and the after parties at the Grammy with the blood and the sacrifices. Oh, my bad. And Mama Tina's special gumbo with the voodoo. But AI just did that from my conversation. Get somewhere. Get somewhere. Yeah. But I never heard my big mama ever complain about anything that was going on. She would always say, God will fix it, or bless your name, God. Yeah, I'm telling you. Oh, hey, sister. Hey, sister. Hey. But I don't remember my grandma crying, y'all. I don't, no, so them women were built differently. They were built differently. They had a different kind of strength, especially ones that lived longer. You feel me? It was a different kind of strength. Not a physical strength, talking about fight. Not a cussing out strength, talking about cussing and fussing. It's just a different kind of strength. Can't put no name to it yet. I don't know what it is. I got to think on it some more. But they had a different kind of strength. Not of this new age generation. And with that, I share too. So, I talked to y'all over an hour now. I talked to y'all for over an hour. And I love y'all. And I'm glad that I was able to come and join y'all tonight. Yes, I am. I'm able that I was coming. I'm glad that I was able to come join y'all tonight. Yes. Now this a heartfelt story about a grandmama's strength and wisdom. Show you, hey, what is this mess? The TikTok mess. TikTok, y'all already on one strike with the puzzle. Now they got AI summary in the comments. Y'all might be finna be eliminated because that's too advanced for me. I already got my page hacked before. I don't know what they doing. Too risky, tricky, too sneaky for me. Too sneaky. Yeah. But I love y'all. I love y'all. And I want y'all to take the Lord with you. Wherever you may go. Wherever you going. Because he already know where you're going. Yes, he do. He know you been stopped by Keisha house. He know you been stopped by Leroy house. He know you been stopped by Woot the Woot house and all that. So take him with you. And the rest will follow. Put on your full armor. I said full because we are definitely under attack. And we do not fight against flesh and blood. We fight against spirits and principalities. And the only way to fight in that battle is through prayer and scripture. Now I got a strike for saying we are when we at war. See, TikTok finna strike y'all out. I'm sorry. Yeah. Strict. TikTok might be the Antichrist. Go put me another strike out there. Strike it out. Yeah. Yeah, and fasting. But what you do when you fast? You pray. You meditate. You spend time with God. You giving up something to get closer to him. So it's still keep your eye on God. Like I told you, keep your eye on God. Because if you look at what's around you for one split second, you can get distracted. Or you can get thrown out. Or you can get aggravated and upset. So don't put your eyes on people, man, or things that's going on around you. Keep your eyes on God. Keep your eyes on your book. Keep your eyes on yourself. Keep your eyes on yourself. Because we got to know the change within ourselves. We got enough to worry about within ourselves. Nah, that's all I got to say. Nah, I love y'all. Pray all is well. Amen. Yes. Oh, that's my friend. How you and Granny doing? I love you. I love you. And y'all keep me and my family in prayer, please, at all times. And I will do the same for you. I love you. I love you. I love you, love you, love you. Now, good night. Say your prayers and sleep with the angels. Because I'm going to talk to y'all later. Okay? All right. Now, how y'all hang up? Let me hang up. I hang up.